Habari gani familia angu. Mimi ni Eli-Ben-Eli, and this is my channel. I welcome each and every one of you to my caneli. My home is my caneli, and I hope everyone is having a good week. This is apparently going to be one of those days when I have a little bit of a problem with my computer. I started to do a video. I had gotten to a certain point, and then for some reason my computer malfunctioned. But anyway, what I was talking about was I looked at another video of Mawira and the other fundis and the other muras trying to put up the water barrel or whatever you call that, and they were all screaming "Tuendele, tuendele," batu, batu, and you tuendele, tuendele. And it's a wonder, I will say this: never underestimate human beings and their capacities to love life. By the way, my name is Eli-Ben-Eli. I go by the name of Babu Eli because I am all of your grandfathers. I am your Ndugu. I am your grandfather too. And you are my matotos. You are my children. And if I can share a few moments of laughter and discussion with you, I will do so. If you haven't already liked and subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'm very excited. Slowly but surely my channel is growing, and with your help, only with your help, my channel will continue to grow. My channel will come to prosper. I don't go to big shot YouTubers and ask them for a shout out. The only shout out I need is you, the everyday YouTuber who watches these channels. I don't need to be at the mercy of any YouTuber who can tell me one day, I don't like you anymore. I'm gonna tell all my followers to delete you. No, I count on you, and I love each and every one of you. I thank each and every one of you that has taken it upon themselves to subscribe to my channel. I love all of you who take it upon themselves to comment and talk to me and argue with me. Even those that take it upon themselves to say things that are not very kind. Not very kind. You call me Babu Eli, but do you speak to me with the love and respect that you would give your true Babu? No, you don't. And I caution you, don't do that. Be very careful, because Allah is an all-seeing God. Allah is the God that sees everything. And He looks at you when you are being disrespectful to Babu Eli. And some of you will live a shorter life because your blessings will be taken. After all, what am I doing here that's wrong? I'm living my life, and I'm exercising the same right that all of you have. The right to comment on other videos, the right to look at other videos and laugh. Please take a moment and hit that subscribe button. Take another moment, hit that like button. You are never, let me listen to what I'm going to tell you. Listen carefully. You are never too poor to love. Okay? And subscribing to my channel, liking my channel. You want to know all that you're going to get out of it? You're going to get a blessing out of it, because you will have done a kindness to an old man. This is a season of giving. And you don't have to give money. A lot of you don't have any money. Don't worry about giving money. Give love. Give friendship. And be respectful of the elder people in your lives. There are a lot of people who don't live to be old. And the Bible tells us that gray hair is a crown of honor. The Bible tells us that blessed is the man who lives to see his children's children. So those of you that look at somebody like me and feel no respect because you basically seem to believe that a person of my age should be laying on the bed waiting for death. May Allah forgive you. May Allah have mercy on you. And just remember, if you are blessed, you're not going to die young and leave a beautiful corpse. If you are blessed, you live to be my age, or maybe even a lot older than me. And those of you who have taken it upon themselves to hurt me with your cruel words, those of you who have said unkind things to me, when you get to my age, remember those times when you were young and you could have showed love to Baba Eli. You could have treated him like Babu Eli. And instead you chose to act without any love. You know, Allah looks and listens. And I'm going to tell you, if you have harbored any bad feelings towards me, this is your moment to redeem yourself. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Be of support to this channel. Okay? Every one of you who's taken the time to look at this video and is listening to me, you're part of the Familia Angu of Babu Eli. You're part of my family, and I love each and every one of you. And if I could do anything for you, call upon me. I'm not going to say that I'll always do it, but if it's within my power to help you, I will gladly help you. You know, I felt a sense of, I was laughing, and at the same time I felt a sense of sadness. You know, and the reason that I felt a sense of sadness was I was watching the video of Fellow the Boy, and not Fellow the Boy, pardon me. I was watching the video of the engineer and Only Mawira and a lot of other people struggling so hard to pull up this very heavy, I think it's a 10,000 liter tank to the top of that tower, and they were yelling, "Duende, Duende," you know, "Inju, Vatu, Vatu," and struggling to pull this thing up. A few times it fell, and people ran for their lives because that thing is heavy, you know. And in the meantime, they're working so hard, they're putting their lives at risk. Marwa is nowhere to be seen. And Marwa's, what is it? What is it that Black Beauty calls her? Salvador. Salvador is there watching these men risk their lives trying to pull this tank up. And she thinks it's like entertainment. And these men are running for their lives a couple of times that thing fell, because they would have at least broken some bones or gotten injured. But she thought that the whole thing was funny. You know, I have heard and watched a couple of videos talking about Dee Mwango, and as she calls a lot of the people who are surrounding Marwa paparazzis, and you know how she doesn't want anything to do with them, that she wants to come home for peace, not to be part of. She does not call it this, what I call it. She doesn't want to be part of a cult or of a circus, so she has not come home. And kudos to Dee Mwango. That is incredibly courageous. Mara is a very vindictive, mean-spirited person. Look at how he has treated Davy Jr. Look at how he has treated his own father. Even his own mother, who worships the ground that man walks on. He's treated her badly. And he's openly saying that he's not happy. You know, that in effect he's feeling kind of angry with Dee. So it only remains to be seen how he's going to treat her. But I believe that Dee has awakened and come to the realization that she is a power too. She has 400,000 subscribers and her channel is growing. And, you know, I think she's beginning to realize that no matter what her faults, no matter what her problems, people love her because of her, not because of Mara. You know, and people have a lot of criticisms to make about the Mwango, but I would just say this, and please don't think that I'm turning into one of these people who's defending any of these people, but I will say this. Think about when you were at her age. Were you living a lot better? And think about how she's living. Is she living a bad life? Or is she trying to find peace for herself? Is she trying to come to peace with the world? Is she trying to find a place where she can live and be happy? I'm not mad at Dee. More power to her. And shame on Marwa for not giving his sister a blessing and leaving her alone. Marwa talks about, you come, we give you a blessing, and you go. Hey, you want to know why? That's what's happened with the Mwango. She received her blessing, and she has gone, and she is doing good things with her life, and I think that people should respect that. I respect her a lot more than I respect what Davy is doing, because Davy has been lurking around, basically trying to exploit the fact that his brother is successful, and that Vila is getting a lot of attention, and he sneaks in and makes videos. Hey, my attitude is that be your own man. I'm a younger brother, and I'm a younger brother in a family in which I was taught from a very early age that I was like Fellow, that I was taken in like Fellow the boy, and I was being raised, and they would tell me that I was not a part of the family. And now that I'm older, they tell me, no, you really were a part of the family, that we were just kidding. And those that really want to be dishonest claim that they never told me I wasn't part of the family. The point is that I grew up feeling like if I was in this world alone, and that I had to succeed and make it on my own. And there was a time when people would always compare me to my older brothers who were very athletic and I was not, and they would tell me, oh, your brother is a son, blah, blah, blah. And you want to know what the result of that was? I did what I call now something similar to what the Mwango did. When the time came for me to make a choice as to whether to go to the same high school. High school is a 4-year school that you go to before you go to university. When I came to that point, a new school opened up near our home, and I had the choice of going there or going to the school where my two brothers and sisters were. I and my sister. I would have loved to have gone to the same school with my sister, but I wanted my own life. Even as a child, I was only 14 years old, but even as a child, I wanted my own life. I didn't want to be living in my brother's shadow and constantly having people say, oh, your brothers are such good athletes. I was never an athlete. I read books. I love to paint. I love to do different things. And there came a point in my life in which I realized something. My brothers have their own life and I have my own life. I don't have to try to be like them. And that's exactly what's going on with somebody like Dee. She's awakening to the fact that Allah blesses her for being her. And she doesn't have to cling to Marwa, that she can be a force unto herself. So kudos to her. Let me stop right here and say, folks, if you haven't had an opportunity, please help my channel to keep growing. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Smash that button. Don't damage your phone. Don't damage your computer. But intellectually, gather your force, gather your strength, and hit that button. It's like, I suppose that I have said something that isn't really true. I have said that I do not ask strong, powerful, influential subscribers to recommend my channel or to like my channel or to subscribe. Actually, that's not true, because I'm asking you, and you are the power. You have the power You can choose to subscribe to my channel, and my channel will grow and prosper. So that makes you very powerful. Exercise that power to assist Babu Eli in his effort to grow his channel. You know, YouTube has changed its policy, and I'm telling you this in case you are in the same position that I'm in. You can get your channel monetized at 500 now if you have 3,000 viewing hours within the previous 12 months. Okay, but you know, my attitude is that may be good and fine. I still want my channel to grow. I'm on the road to 1,000, and then to 5,000, and then to 10,000, and then to 20,000, and you know, the size of my channel will grow to the length that Allah allows it to grow to, and it will grow to the length that you allow your heart to be touched by Allah. You know, and don't be like people that are basically not being wise. All that they want to do is they want to run after, you know, young people who look a certain kind of way and everything, when they have at their disposal the wisdom of older people. One of the blessings that I have always lived with throughout my life was that I always respected older people. I always went to them for advice. I always sought their blessings. And guess what happened? A lot of good things came into my life. I want each and every one of you to say something. Say it to yourself. Good things are going to happen to me this day because of my love of God and God's love for me. Miracles are going to happen in your life. Okay, some of you may be very scientific minded and you think you can explain everything with science. And maybe some of you don't understand that we still live in an age of miracles. We still live in an age in which a prayer can alter the course of history. Allah has a plan for you. God has a plan for you. And by the way, let me explain something to you. Allah is an Arabic word that means God. Okay? A Muslim-speaking, in Arabic-speaking country, Jews, Christians, Zoroastrians, everybody refers to God as Allah. Okay, Allah has a plan for you. Allah is a loving God. Allah is ever merciful. Allah is ever kind. And good things are going to happen to you today and every other day that you choose to seek out the blessings and the love of Allah. And how do you seek out the blessing of God? By loving Him and by listening to His Word, by looking for His guidance, and by trying to live a good life. You know, I have a personal view that goes like this. God lays out before all of us life. And whether you live a blessed life or not, whether you are chosen by God or not, depends on you. Okay? You can choose to go to school or you can choose not to get an education. You can choose to eat healthy meals or you can eat food that's haram, you know, and make yourself sick. The choice is yours. God will bless those who seek His blessing, and God will love those who submit themselves to His will. And let me quickly add something here. I follow I follow a system of belief that acknowledges that the prophet was indeed a prophet, peace be upon him, and that all of the prophets of the Torah were also prophets of Allah, peace be upon them. Okay, and I don't believe that there's a distinction in between Muslims and Jews. We are all brothers and sisters. Allah loves us all. every day I say a prayer. I say, may no Muslim and may no Jew suffer because of me. And one of the things that we are not taught, but is in fact a truth. Not all Christians view Christ as being God, which is blasphemy. We as Muslims, we as Jews believe that there's only one God. Okay? And there are a lot of Christians who believe the same thing. Muslims consider Christ, peace be upon him, to have been a great prophet. There are Christians that think in exactly the same way. I have reached a point at which I have come to an understanding of something. There's a game that we used to play when I was little in the school system of New York City. And that is that a teacher would whisper something in the ear of one student and tell that student to whisper the same thing to the next student. And the whispering would go on until 30 students had heard the whisper. And then she would repeat what it was that she originally said. She would read it. And she would ask people, what were you told? Okay, and each and every time it would be something different. God dispenses wisdom to all of us, and in the transition, some things get lost, some things get added, but the truth will always be the truth. And what does that mean? I think that God loves all of us, and if we acknowledge God to be like the only God worthy of worship, He dispenses truth to us. And so there are a lot of religions that have a certain amount of truth to offer you, and you embrace whatever truth they offer, and the rest you discard. The Seventh-day Adventists are brilliant about diet and how to eat clean, healthy food that's in keeping with the Bible. There are other religions like the Mennonites. They teach people to live simply, dress simply. The Rastafarians, they teach people to live in accordance to the Bible and, respect the hair on your head, respect the beard on your face, and let it grow. The same thing with Hasidic Jews, the same thing with Sikhs and the hair. Whatever wisdom any of these people have to offer that's in keeping with the Bible and that's truthful and honest, we should respect. Once again, brothers and sisters, back to the subject of Mara. I don't know what's going to happen with Mara now. Maybe he's going to go traveling. I'm going to let you in on a secret. Mara is starting to bore me. Dee is starting to bore me. You know who doesn't bore me? You don't bore me. And I like talking with you folks. And I hope that everything goes well for Mara. I hear that he's sick. May Allah help him to get better. You reap what you sow. And if you sow the wind, you will reap the whirlwind. I hope that he gets better. I hope that Allah has mercy on him. In the meantime, I ask each and every one of you, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Help my channel to keep growing. It can only happen through your power, the power that Allah gives you. You have the power of choice. Please help my channel to keep growing. And I believe that this is still the age of miracles. I believe that this is an age in which an old man like me can get on YouTube and build a good, successful channel. And I'm going to try my best to talk about good, positive things on my channel. Today I ate something called menudo, a soup called menudo, and I broke my fast in the morning with a glass of milk. I'm trying to eat very, very simply, to protect my health. Please keep me in your prayer. And once again, Babu Eli loves each and every one of you. Kwaheri.